Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you guys to the AFC podcast. I thought this video was kind of interesting, and what we're going to look at is the gentleman that you see on my screen, and I don't want to call him a gentleman because he is anything but a gentleman. But what's more important than that is the message that this judge had to deliver to this freaking idiot right there who was about to do a whole lot of time in jail. But I want you guys to take a look at this, and I want y'all to hear the passion, because I believe that words matter, and how your passion is matters, especially when you're talking about children who cannot speak for themselves or who cannot defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers and others. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this video real quick, but let me give you guys the fair usage. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And while you guys are here, do me a favor and click that thumbs up. It'll help share what we're showing and let everybody know that this video was here. Let's get it.
Mr. McFadden, convicted of or pleaded guilty to a sexually oriented child victim offense. As such, you will be a Tier 3 registrant for your lifetime with in-person verification every 90 days. Failure to register, failure to verify residence at the specified times, or failure to provide notice of a change in resident address or other required information as described above will result in criminal prosecution. This court is so sick and tired of seeing adults ruin and abuse children. These are literally just one step from being babies. They come to a daycare, those parents struggle so that when they release their children to someone during the day, they have some semblance that that child is going to be protected and safe. Not let alone 2 of their children being raped by your own admission, sir. For sexual...
Whoa, he raped 2 little girls. Woo-wee. Wow. I'm going to tell you one job that I probably could not do, guys. And again, this is a video of a judge who is actually giving this man a verbal scolding for raping 2 kids. I couldn't be no judge. I'm sorry. I could not be a judge. I could not do it. I would hurt somebody, I promise you. But listen at this judge's passion. Let's get it.
Of their children being raped by your own admission, sir. For sexual gratification, you violated a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. I do not know at this time what the...
A 4-year-old and a 6... Ooh-wee. Guys, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. Hashtag TTT. Take the testicles. Rip them off by force. Wow. Boy, I could not do her job. I'd get fired. I would get fired. I'm sorry.
Violated a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. I do not know at this time what the total ramifications will be for those 2 young children, but there isn't anybody who doesn't understand now the developmental phases of children take place from 0 to 6 years old. You can't even know what damages you've done for sexual gratification. This to me is so mind-boggling that you used and abused 2 little children like they're inconsequential beings. Those are human persons with human dignity. The mere fact that they're small little people that can't fight off adults, that's why an adult left them with adults.
Y'all have always heard me say that. Children cannot speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. That's exactly what I said. Let's keep going.
I'm going to tell you something, Mr. McFadden. There's no free rapes in my courtroom. On count 1, I'm sending you to prison for 11 years. On count 4, I'm sending you to prison for 11 years. They will be consecutive to each other for a total of 22 years.
She said consecutive instead of concurrent. So what that means is he has to do one set and then another set. If it was concurrent, then it means they would be at the exact same time, meaning he could just do both sentences at the same time. I'm glad she did it that way. Give him 11 years and then another 11 years. And that's still not enough time. I'm sorry. That's not enough time. He needs life in prison for what he did.
I'm sending you to prison for 11 years. On count 4, I'm sending you to prison for 11 years. They will be consecutive to each other for a total of 22 years. You have 32 days jail credit. At this time, the court finds it necessary to protect the public from future crimes, to punish the offender, and to find that consecutive sentences are not...
Look at that face. Y'all are looking at the face of a pedophile. I hear these people throw this word pedophile around the internet all the time. And by far, it's the worst thing that you could do is depreciate a word that actually has a valuable meaning. Give it to somebody who deserves it. And they give it to just anybody and everybody just because they don't like it. You know, and I think it's a dumb thing to do. It's an unfair thing to do. And then when it's time to call a real pedophile to the carpet, the word doesn't have as much meaning because we've diminished the meaning and gravity of a word like that. When we say that word, walls should move, the floor should shake. That's a pedophile that you see on my screen right there. Doesn't deserve the skin on his body at all. Let's let the judge finish.
Proportionate to the seriousness of the offender's conduct and to the danger the offender poses to the public. Folks, if you see it, you smell it, you know it's happening, you report it.
You heard what she said. She said what Jay says. If you see something, say something. Thank you, Judge. Let's keep going.
These are little children that are the future. I hate to sound so cliche, but the children are our future, and if we're destroying them, we have no future. And this ends in this courtroom. That'll be all. Fines and costs are waived.
Wow. I'm going to tell you guys this, man. Powerful words from a judge who gave that man...
Hi, Bob Kendrick.
Who gave this pedophile everything he deserved. And really, I think he should have got a lot more in time. But all they could do is what they can legally do, which is why I think that we need to make sure that our child laws are strong throughout our nation. That's why it's important. I always tell you guys to make sure and vote in your local elections. Know who you're voting for. Don't just go vote. Know who you're voting for. Know what they're about. And pick and put the right people in place that are going to make sure and sign the laws and tell them that we need to have stronger child laws like we do out here in Texas. Okay? But again, shout out to that judge. This wasn't at all to try to shine no light on this dude. But man, he's going to get everything that he deserves in prison. And I hope that they make every second, the moment that he walks behind those doors, he needs every ass whooping that he could possibly get. Okay? This is your boy DJ Just Jay. That's how we're going to close this particular video out. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, okay? Peace.